What is going on, everybody? Zionic here, and in today's video we are bringing a team to help you counter Whaleren, which we are seeing a lot in the Great League meta because it just had Community Day, and my goodness, it is incredibly strong with Powder Snow and Icicle Spear. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team. Sirfetch'd on the lead, Skarmory and Shadow Hypno. Very standard team. This is not something out of left field. This is a very standard Great League team, but all of these Pokemon do pretty well against Whaleren. Skarmory is going to be one of the weaker ones because it is going to be a flyer, but Shadow Hypno with that Thunder Punch and Confusion, and then the Sirfetch'd with Counter and Leaf Blade does really well. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this team. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Defense Form Deoxys. Now, this is not a great matchup for us as counters. We'll be doing neutral damage to us while we are being resisted, but what's great is Sirfetch'd here has access to Night Slash. I like running it with Night Slash on the lead, especially when I have a Skarmory, because it does do super effective damage to Psychic type Pokemon like Hypno, Mew, or Defense Form Deoxys. So we're going to go ahead and shield the Psycho Boost. Now that we know they do have Psycho Boost, but they decided to swap into Whaleren, which is perfectly fine with me. Definitely wasn't expecting that from my opponent, but Sirfetch'd can eat this thing up. We're going to go ahead and now swap into Hypno to catch the charge move. Icicle Spear here doesn't do too much damage, and we did get a shield as well, so we'll have to see what they have in the back, but as you guys can see, confusions are really starting to add up. Now they are going to go ahead and throw another Icicle Spear, which is perfectly fine. We can survive that right here, and we are going to chunk as much damage as we can, and then we'll throw the Thunder Punch right here. Hopefully, maybe we even actually get a shield right here, but let's see how this plays out. They decided to let it go, fair enough. And let's see what the Defense Form Deoxys decides to do right here. It's going to come in, hard farm us down. We're going to go ahead and throw that Thunder Punch. I could have gotten away with doing another Confusion to try to get to Shadow Ball and really force that shield, but I really wanted the damage here from Thunder Punch, as I think it's definitely going to be very handy. So I'm going to read that maybe they have Bastiodon in the back, so I will bring in Skarmory right here. We'll tank the charge move as well. I know it's going to be a Thunderbolt. I know it's going to hurt, but it's better to let this go and hope for Sirfetch'd to sweep in the back. So let's see what they have. It's actually going to be a Trevenant, which is going to be pretty dangerous right here. And they also threw the charge move very quickly, which means this is just going to be a Seed Bomb. I do not need to worry. I'm going to go ahead and let it go. We're going to throw the Sky Attack right here to force that shield from our opponent. And then we're going to look to swap into Sirfetch'd if we can to try to get off that Night Slash, as I'm very actually, I'm not close to it, but I think I can get to it in time. We're going to go ahead and shield right here. This game was a bit all over the place, to be honest, but that's okay. We'll go ahead, throw the Night Slash, take out this Trevenant, and then we should be able to take out Defense Form Deoxys, as it's incredibly low because of the Thunder Punch damage as well. So yeah, it's pretty low right here. We should be able to counter down, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Alright, moving into the next one, we have Sirfetch'd versus Altaria. A really bad lead here for us, so we're obviously going to be swapping straight into the Hypno right away. Let's see what they decide to bring in. They're going to bring in the Whaleren. This thing is everywhere, but what's great about Shadow Hypno is it can win against a Whaleren. You guys are going to hear that a lot this video. Whaleren. We're going to go ahead and let the Icicle Spear go. Doesn't do too much damage, and we're going to start pressuring with Thunder Punches now. Now, they did get to 2 right here, which is very unfortunate for us, so we will shield ourselves, but if the Thunder Punch lands, we can actually potentially fully farm down with Confusion. So let's see how this plays out. We throw the Thunder Punch. They decide to let it go, which is perfect. We can just Confusion down right here, which is great. We win switch. That means we can align Skarmory to Altaria. So let's see what they decide to bring in. They're going to bring back in Altaria right here, which is perfectly fine. We're going to go straight for Shadow Ball. I definitely need to get a shield from my opponent in this situation, or just get that health, which is why I'm going for the Shadow Ball right here, which is great. Hopefully now I can get to a Thunder Punch in time, but Confusion did a lot of damage right there as well, which is fine. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in that Skarmory right here, and it is going to be Azumarill in the back. So we're going to swap straight into the Sirfetch'd here, and this is why I love Leaf Blade here on Sirfetch'd. It's very versatile in this meta. Does super effective damage against Azumarill. It's going to be forcing shield. So this is going to be a pretty close game still. This Azumarill does have 2 shields, only 1 now. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm really hoping I can get to 2 Leaf Blades. That would be fantastic for me in this situation, but we will have to see. I'm going to go ahead ahead and throw the first one right here. This is obviously going to get that final shield from my opponent. There's no reason why they would let this through. And then hopefully we can get to the next one. No, they do get to the charge move in time. This is likely going to be the play rough right here to take us out. Boom! One-shots are Sirfetch'd. Skarmory now. It is up to Skarmory, which is why it is such a good anchor right here. We're going to go ahead and overload on energy and throw the Sky Attack, and they catch it on Altaria, which actually works out in our favor because this Sky Attack will not be enough damage to take it out, which means we can farm down. The charge move here from Altaria as well is going to be resisted, which is perfectly fine. Doesn't do too much damage. We can farm down now, and we're going to have to get to Brave Bird in order to win this game. So let's see if we can get to it, and we do right there. So we're going to have a Brave Bird boom on the Azumarill right here. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. Boom! One-shots it right there. All right, good battle. Let's go ahead and move to the next one. We got Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Gengar. Terrible lead right here, but not too bad if we have energy. We're going to go straight into Hypno, Confusion, Chunks. Remember that poison typing. We also draw out a Bastiodon, which is very, very nice for us. We're going to go ahead and overload a bit on energy. I should have done a couple more Confusions to really bait out the Focus Blast right here, but we're just going to go straight for Shadow Ball, start chunking health. If we can. Now, Bastiodon is likely going to try to commit to the hard farm on us, which is perfectly fine, as we can counter down the Bastiodon with Sirfetch'd before it can get to 2 charge moves. That's what's really important here, especially if we get it extremely low like we are right now. So hopefully I can get to one more Thunder Punch. No, I cannot. Okay, so Bastiodon has Flamethrower ready to go. We're going to bring it in on Sirfetch'd. We're also going to no shield right here as well, because it's definitely not going to one-shot us, and I don't know if I need 2 shields on Skarmory just yet. So Flamethrower lands, takes about 50% of our HP, but we are able to counter down, which is perfect. Now we are going to see the Gengar come in, but this is why this matchup is a bit better if we have energy, because we can throw the Night Slash right here to force a shield. Now, unfortunately, they do have a Shadow Punch ready, so we will have to shield that. So this is going to come down to the 1 shields on the back end, our Skarmory versus whatever they have in the back. So this Night Slash right here, obviously going to be getting a shield. We're going to go straight into Skarmory. And then they are staying in, which tells me maybe they are weak in the back. Plus, this Gengar is building up an incredible amount of energy, so we will respect the potential Focus Blast or Shadow Ball, and it was a Focus Blast, so thankfully we shielded that right there. Now, we are going to see a Medicham come in. Now, this does look very positive for us, but the thing about Medicham is it still has a shield, and it can still do neutral damage to us, so this is going to be very dangerous. We're going to go ahead and try to go for a Sky Attack right here, hopefully. I know it's not going to KO, but hopefully in tandem with the Air Slash damage, it's going to be enough. But this is going to be dangerous. Also, if I went for Brave Bird, I know it would have one-shot, but Gengar might have been able to farm us down. So this is going to be very close. I'm going to go ahead and swap into Sirfetch'd to counter down, and then we don't win right there. So then we're going to see Gengar versus Skarmory, Air Slash versus Shadow Claw, and we live with 1 HP and a Dream. Very good battle. Very close one. Alright, so we got Shadow Drapion now on the lead. Somewhat of a decent matchup right here. What's unfortunate here is I can win this lead matchup, but I have to give up both of my shields, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I don't know what they have in the back, but a Sirfetch'd with loaded energy can be very deadly to put a lot of shield pressure. They also no-shielded the Night Slash right there, which is perfectly fine by me. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to commit to double shield right here and load up on energy. So let's see how this plays out. It's a risky plan, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. So we do double shield right here, the Sludge Bomb, and then we will be farming down. We're loaded. Let's see what they have in the back. It's going to be a Politoed. They brought in a Politoed to my Sirfetch'd with loaded energy. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Leaf Blade right here. And I'm going to save this energy as well. And I'm going to swap into Hypno. I could have gone for another Leaf Blade, but I'm guessing they are weak in the back. And sure enough, they are. Here comes the Trevenant. Hopefully we get to the Shadow Ball in time, but we do not. They do get to this charge move, which is very unfortunate. And it's going to be a Seed Bomb, which means we survive. So we're going to go ahead, go for Shadow Ball right here. But I clicked on Thunder Punch before, which is unfortunate here. Hopefully we get a shield. Come on. Yeah, we do get a shield. That is beautiful for us. We're going to go ahead and try to go for one more Thunder Punch, but we don't get to it in time. Now remember, Sirfetch'd is 1 counter away from a Leaf Blade, so I will just bring in the Skarmory right here to soak the damage from Trevenant, which is likely going to be a Shadow Ball. And then the Shadow Politoed is going to have to throw its Weather Ball in order to take us out. So we eat the Shadow Ball right there, which is perfectly fine. We load up on energy. We're very close to a Sky Attack right here, and they decide decide to throw right away, which tells me their energy dry. I will let this, well, I have to let it go, right? I have no shields, but I'm going to swap straight into my Sirfetch'd and go for a Leaf Blade. So keeping my Sirfetch'd alive was definitely very advantageous for me to have the charge moves. Boom! One shots the Politoed in the back. So good game, very well played to my opponent. All right, moving into the next one, we have Sirfetch'd versus Stunfisk, the Pancake on the lead. Somewhat of a tough matchup right here as it's very spammy, but Leaf Blade just does so much super effective damage that I just really want to put the pressure early, as this might be their only counter to a Skarmory, which means our endgame is going to look very strong if we take this thing out. Now, they decided to let the first charge move go through, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and let the Mud Bomb through, and then now I will commit to the farm down and give up a shield. Same situation as the previous matchup, where I'll win lead if I can soak all that energy, because the coverage I have with Night Slash and Leaf Blade is very strong against the Great League meta. So let's see what they decide to bring in. They're going to come in with a Talonflame. Now this is dangerous. This Talonflame right here has the ability with 2 shields to potentially sweep my whole team. So we do go for a Night Slash first, which lands. That is beautiful. We're going to come in with the Hypno now and do all the confusion damage that we can. And we will also shield this. I'm guessing it's going to be a Brave Bird right here, which it is, because they can swap out and clear the debuff. Now we do see a Vigoroth come in, so we're just going to go ahead and go for punches right here. Obviously doing neutral damage. We can't go for Shadow Ball against normal typing. And they let that one go through too, so they're kind of reading that their Talonflame might be the key to victory right here, which is going to be unfortunate for us, but we still have an opportunity to pull this off because they let so much damage through with the Night Slash and Confusion. So they're going to go ahead and go for double Body Slam right here, which is fine. I will come in with the Skarmory and load up on energy, and we're going to look to utilize Sirfetch'd as a potential sack swap to catch a charge move. So we're going to go ahead and farm down. They are able to get to another Body Slam, which is fine. It's going to be resisted, doesn't do too much damage, but what I am concerned about, is the Talonflame's charge moves, right? So we're going to go ahead, throw the Sky Attack right here. It's going to be getting a shield from our opponent, and then we're going to try to swap and catch the charge move. So I do swap. They let it go through. They don't throw energy, I should say. I throw the Night Slash right here, and then they're going to go ahead and shield, obviously, because they'll go down. And we get the boost and 2-tap it as they over-tap on energy, which is perfectly fine. So I got lucky right there. They tried to commit to the farm down, and I got the boost and was able to counter down. So good game to my opponent. All right, we got another Defense Form Deoxys here on the lead. So I'm going to play this one a little different. Most Defense Form Deoxys will have Psycho Boost nowadays, so we're going to go ahead and throw the Night Slash right away. Now, I'm also reading that they may be building up to 2 Psycho Boosts, so we'll have to play this out. Now, I do get a boost as well. Sirfetch'd is an absolute monster, so what we're going to do here is we're going to shield, and I know they have 2 Psycho Boosts right here. I shield the first one. I'm going to swap into Hypno, catch the second one. Why? They had 2 charge moves locked and loaded. We can catch that resisted energy right here while saving our energy on Sirfetch'd, which is fantastic for us. Now, we do see Drapion come in, which is definitely a tough thing for Hypno to handle, so we will be losing this matchup, most likely, especially if it has Crunch, but at least we can chunk the health with Confusion and Thunder Punch right here, relatively low, so that we can come in and farm down. We're also going to let the charge move go through. It is going to be the Crunch, which definitely hurts, and hopefully I can get to this Thunder Punch in time. I can. This is a beautiful setup right here. This is going to get the Drapion either get a shield or get it extremely low, and we do get a shield, which is even better. I think this is best case scenario here for us. So what we're going to do is I believe I come in with Skarmory right here to load up on energy. I'm going to come in with Skarmory. We will tank a Crunch, maybe even 2, but I think Sirfetch'd might be the key here in this game. So we're going to go ahead and just commit to the farm down. Now they're going to go ahead and get off a Crunch, and I think this is going to be an Aqua Tail right here. No, it's going to be a double Crunch. So that was a lot of energy they had stored up. So we will go ahead and farm down. We have a charge move ready to go, and we do see that it's going to be a Melmetal in the back, so we're going to go ahead and swap into Sirfetch'd right here. We get a bit of lag, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the Night Slash in order to take out the Defense Form Deoxys. Obviously, I'm going to need this Sirfetch'd in order to sweep the Melmetal in the back, and thankfully we win CMP tie here versus Defense Form Deoxys just as they get to the Psycho Boost. So this will be taking it out right here, and now hopefully we can get to one more Night Slash versus this Melmetal in order to close close this game out. So I will be shielding this charge move, probably just going to be a Rock Slide, but Sirfetch'd is going to do the most damage in this situation. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Night Slash and then hopefully counter down before they can farm us down, and I think we can do it. So yeah, that's going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. So Sirfetch'd once again sweeping right there. Good game. All right, moving to the next one, we have Sirfetch'd versus Skarmory on the lead. This is a bad matchup for us. We're going to go ahead and go into the Shadow Hypno, and they bring in a Stunfisk right here. So in this situation, I am just going to be going for Shadow Ball basically right away. I'm not going to give up any shields because they have to land an Earthquake, and they're going for Rock Slides right here, which is fine by me. Plus, in this situation, I would rather have a ton of loaded energy on Sirfetch'd than give up shields here with Hypno to try to flip the matchup. So that's how I'm going to play this. I'm going to go ahead and go for Thunder Punch early, making them think maybe I have a Fire Punch or I got to another Shadow Ball quickly. So we do get the shield right there, which is beautiful. We're again going to let this go. They have to throw an Earthquake to take us out. Otherwise, we're going to still be chunking them. So it's going to be another Rock Slide right here. This means I can get to another Thunder Punch in time. Let's see if we can get to it. We do. This is going to force that final shield for my opponent. Again, they got a bit greedy there in the mid game trying to get shields from me, which was not going to happen, and now they have to dump all of their energy, and we get 2 shields right there from our opponent, which is beautiful for us. Sirfetch'd and Skarmory with 2 shields is going to be very nice. So we're going to go ahead and farm down. Now we are going to see the Skarmory come in, so what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to go for a Night Slash just to guarantee chunking some neutral damage here in case Skarmory has to take on both of these Pokemon. So then now I will go into the Skarmory mirror, and let's see what they have in the back. They have a Swampert, which is perfectly fine right here. We're going to go ahead and go for Sky Attacks in order to take this thing out. So this is looking to be a good game, very well played. It still could get a bit dicey because of the Hydro Cannons, how quickly they come out here in this matchup. So we're going to go ahead and let this one go through. I can save a shield for Sirfetch'd and potentially take out the Skarmory in the back. So we're going to go ahead, go for a Sky Attack. I should be able to get to another one in time. Let's see right here. I should be able to get to one more. Oh, I commit to the farm down right there. I over-farmed, I should say, which is fine. Now, this is dangerous. I'm going to let this one go, and then we're going to come in with Sirfetch'd right here and counter it down, and then Night Slash plus counter damage should be enough. This is very dangerous, I know, but we still have a shield, which is why I over-farmed there on Skarmory. I got a bit too greedy, but that's okay. We recovered well with Sirfetch'd right here, and we will be able to counter down, so that is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. So this team is very, very strong. It's very consistent, has a good handle on this meta, and doesn't really worry about Whaleren. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sirfetch'd, Skarmory, Shadow Hypno, pretty standard, no legacy moves. If you don't have Shadow Hypno, just try normal, or maybe try Mew, for example. What you want is coverage to fighters. You want ability to chunk the tanks, right, like you saw with Bastion, Galarian, Stunfisk with the Shadow Balls. And you want the ability to threaten a Whaleren that does swap in potentially with maybe Wild Charge or Grass Knot on Mew, and then Thunder Punch here on Hypno. So, like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.